Alrighty, Audrey, it's been great chatting with you. We had a brief moment to discuss the role, the duties it entails, and we spoke a little bit about your professional experience. So I would love for you to tell me a little bit about your professional experience, Audrey. Now, before you do that, let me go over your resume because I do have it in hand.
Okay.
So to kind of highlight your key skills that you've worked in, or I should say key titles you've worked in, over the last year, you've taken some time to tend to your family. You've done a few ride shares, Uber, etc. But before that, you were working as a member services coordinator or whatnot at YPro. You worked as a customer service rep at Maximus, as a site specialist, as well as an office manager / administrative assistant. So I'll stop rambling on. Audrey, tell me a little bit about yourself, your professional experience, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so I would say for myself, I actually started when I was 19, so back in 2012. So since then, I did start within a call center environment. That really made me love to help people. Basically just I know the answers, just call me and I got you, I can help you. With that, actually within that first job, I was actually floor support, also team lead. And then they actually moved me to accounts receivable, receivables or payables. I can't remember which one, but basically I was helping with their direct debit, which is pretty good. That's something I would like to get back into. But other than that, really just enjoy helping others. A lot of customer service. Let's see.
Yeah.
I've done retention as well, which is really good. So I get those customers who were wanting to cancel. That was really hard, but that one I really did enjoy. That was really good.
That's amazing. It sounds like you're very passionate when it comes down to customer service. I mean, you worked in customer service for, well over 10 years and what you've mentioned. And that's kind of the expertise as far as your resume. That's what you've worked in. So you know a lot about customer service, I would assume. So what does customer service mean to you ultimately, Audrey?
So ultimately, I would say that, let's see, customer service. I would say that's like the pinpoint to help others, really. Your go-to to help others. And then with customer service, you really need to have patience, active listening skills, and of course, someone that, let's see, I know how to take control of my calls as well. So I know to allow the customer, to vent, speak, whatever you need to talk about, go right ahead. But I know, let's get back on point. Let's get down to business.
Absolutely. That was very well said, right? It's allowing the customers to vent, but also getting straight to resolve any issues they may have or provide them the service they need. So that's amazing in itself. Now, Audrey, if I were to go back and reach out to a few of your colleagues, what would they say about you? How would they describe your work ethic?
They would say, let's see, definitely a hard worker. Always willing to go above and beyond. There's things I don't need to do and I will still help the customer. I see that, let me help you out. Let me give you a little pointers and, hopefully up your experience.
Yes. Absolutely. And you, again, going back to customer service, you've done a lot of, I can only assume, multitasking, especially the fact that you worked in call centers before, which is, entering the phone, you're entering data in the system. So how do you handle multitasking?
It comes pretty easy for me. As long as I know what's what. Well, first off, let's say it's very easy for me to learn new things. I take things on very easily. So that's one thing. But yeah, as long as I can, I know what we have to do, I can get it done. Definitely get it done.
That sounds amazing. And with that, a multitasking, you have other tasks to deal with, which comes down to ultimately organization. So how were you able to organize yourself or prioritize your tasks?
Let's see. I would just, how are we organized?
Whether it's you have a
system. I would do by system. Basically, if I have two screens, like one screen would be for like the websites we may have to go to, and then the other I would just use specifically for let's see, if they use whatever phone system they may use, I would leave like that just for that, and then the other screen I would do for other things. So try to separate it a little bit, but have it together.
Absolutely. And do you keep yourself organized as well, as far as you have a journal? Do you have a spreadsheet? How do you keep your tasks?
definitely do have a notebook. I always fill my my composition notebooks. I always get a brand new one for whatever job, but that is usually always filled because I'm always taking on all the information. As long as
Absolutely.
I'm able to, though, of course.
That's right. And you've worked a few roles using the, the computer software. So what softwares have you used and are familiar with using?
So definitely familiar with Microsoft. Anything Microsoft, we're good to go. Google as well. Um, let's see. I would say just like the basic sites. I honestly could not remember the name, the name of the specific programs, but like I said, I am very easy to learn, easy, just bring it on. We're ready to go.
Yeah. And at the call centers, was it more like a high volume to where you were getting back-to-back calls, or what was the call volume or intake volume there?
Honestly, with each job, it was different. Some of them, like my earlier jobs, I would say, those were definitely high volume. We had like 70 to 100 calls for the day. Where other call centers, I would say like Alorica, where I did retention, there we were getting maybe 20 calls, 20 to 30 calls. So it just varies, I guess, depending on the company.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, that sounds amazing. I know we spoke a little bit off the recording here as far as when you're looking to start a new role and you're okay with really starting right away if the client needs that.
Yes, ma'am. If you guys needed me yesterday, I would have I would have been.
Yeah, not on Sunday, not on a Sunday, but we'll do what we can. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely, Audrey. Well, it's been lovely chatting with you, Audrey. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording, but don't hang up on me. I want to continue chatting with you really
Yeah,
quickly.
definitely.
Thank you so much.